Hey, welcome back to Super Meat Boy. In this episode, we're going to start the Dark World of the Salt Factory. Now, I'm a little bit short on time in terms of recording today, so we're probably only going to manage to do a couple of levels, knowing how bad this is probably going to wind up going. So, yeah, just bear with me. Ooh, how the hell am I going to go about doing this? Is there a bandage in this level? I don't actually know. We're just going to have to see how this goes, because I'm not entirely sure how I want to go about this. Oh, there's a key somewhere. I have to go up there, I guess. Okay, well, now I see where I have to go. I have to go up above. The question is how do I get up there? I'm not entirely sure. How do I get up there without dying? That is the question. Can I get up there without getting myself terribly, terribly maimed? Hopefully I can do it without screwing myself over. That'd be super nice. All right, up, up, up. And don't jump into the saw. That'd be super nice. Man, this is going to be a difficult one to get an A on because you're having to slow down to do a ton of things. Wow, this is not going to be easy. All right, well, this is probably the first of any of the levels that we've seen so far that I'm actually probably going to rage on. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can do this because this is going to be hard. I'm going to have a hard time with this, I think. All right, well, let's go. Come on, Meat Boy. You can wall jump. I know you're entirely capable of wall jumping, so you can do it. I don't know what the target time is on this level. I would certainly hope it's plenty of time because you have to slow down for a lot of things here. So I would certainly hope that you have a plenty of... Man, how the heckles are you supposed to do that? I am not so sure how you're supposed to do that, but I suppose we'll figure it out somehow or another. Am I supposed to do this? Is that what I have to do? I mean, I feel like I'm going way too freaking slow. That's the main problem I'm encountering now, is that I feel like I'm going way too slow. So I might wind up going back to the map and looking at the target time, just so I have an idea as to what the target time is. So I'm not, struggling. All right, there we go. Grade A+. All right, we got it. Took 1,000 years, but we managed. Again, I don't think there were any bandages in that. I didn't see any bandages. So now we can go ahead and continue. Now, what are we dealing with here? We're scaling the world. Wow, that's some precise wall jumping. All right, well, let's go ahead and do some precise wall jumping. It's pretty great. I am very, very scared, and I do not like what I am seeing here. Very, very tight wall jumps that we're dealing with here, which I suppose is fine. You gotta deal with some tight wall jumps sometimes. Wah, there we go. That's more or less what I wanted to do, something along those lines. Something like that, I suppose, is what I was trying to do. Well, this definitely looks like a dark salt factory. It's dark. It's definitely dark around here. All right. Oh, there's a bandage right there. There's that, I guess. So I'm gonna have to do this with a crumbling floor. Not entirely sure how I want to go about doing this, actually. How do I go about this? I'm not so sure, my good old friend. Can you not, fall into a pit of death? Okay, so do I want to do something like that and then something like this? I mean, I need to try to leave as much of a pathway as I physically possibly can, because otherwise I'm going to have a hard time. So I need to try to do as much jumping as I physically possibly can, so I leave myself plenty of room to jump. But the problem is, if I jump in the wrong fashion, I'm just going to run directly into saws, which is not what I want. I want to stay alive. I want to keep on living. Okay, something like that. Now, I have to remember I don't have to go fast this first time around. We're getting the bandage, so I can take it slow. But the problem is that I messed up this first part. That's the main problem I'm encountering now, is I'm messing up I messed up the first part again, I think. I don't think I made it possible for me to go back there this time. I don't think I made it possible. I think I made it impossible for myself. Yep, I think I did. I think I entirely did. So let's go ahead and try to leave ourselves some platform where we can actually, run across and not make stupid jumps. I'm trying to get this done quicker than slower, and I don't know why I'm doing that. We're getting the bandage. We don't have to do this fast. But that's the thing with Super Meat Boy, is that I just want to do everything fast. I just want to get everything done. I just want to get through the level and go to the next one. Alright, well, let's jump and jump. There we go. So I can just barely jump over the saw there. That's more or less what I wanted to do, my good old friend-o friend. But why did you slow down there, Meat Boy? I fail to understand. We've had this problem before where you just for some reason slow down midair. I don't know why you do that. I'm holding down the button. How fast do I have to go if that still wasn't the A? I fail to understand how fast I have to go then. I don't know how fast I have to go if that wasn't fast enough. Because I feel like I was going pretty fast there, in all honesty. Can I make this jump? Is that a jump that I'm capable of making? I can make that jump. So it's not an easy jump to make, but I am entirely capable of making this jump. I don't know if it's worth my time and effort to keep on trying to make this jump. There we go. The problem is that every single time I make the jump, I mess it up. So there we go. That cuts down on a little bit of the, You're driving me crazy with that. I don't understand why you do that to me. I fail to understand why you have to do such things. And I slowed down way too much there. Yeah, I don't know what the target time is. If I complete this without getting the A again, I'm gonna have to look at what's the target time? 17:17. No, 16:50 is the target time. Okay, well, how are we gonna finish it in 16:50? That's the big question. How are we gonna finish it in 16:50? I have no idea how we're gonna go about that. I have no idea. Meat Boy, do you have any idea how we're gonna go about this? I certainly don't. I suppose we'll figure it out somehow or another. I am just terrible at video games, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm just terrible at video games. So let's go ahead and go faster than that, I think. Let's go faster than that, speed it up, and hopefully not get hit by a saw. That'd be wonderful. That would be the most opportune thing, is if we didn't get hit by saws. In hilarious fashions, that would be super nice, my friend. There we go. And there... Meat Boy, why did you have to do what you just did? Why did you have to do what you just did there? The goal was right there for the taking, and you just messed it up horrendously. And you messed it up horrendously again. And when I speak to Meat Boy, I am just speaking to myself. To try this a second time here, and actually land on Bandage Girl this time. Now, I'm gonna check to make sure there are no bandages in this level. I don't think there are. I don't see any other, anything that looks like it. Let's go ahead and do one more level. One more level, what are we dealing with? I'm not so sure. This looks kind of scary, in all honesty. Yeah, this looks just a little scary. I'm not entirely sure how I want to deal with this. I'm kind of looking around for bandages. There is a bandage there. Okay, well, in that case, I don't have to go fast this first run through. I can kind of just get my bearings and get the bandage. There we go. Did that for me. If you do it too low, you're gonna die. Basically what I like to see. This way, I don't understand the logic. There we go. Now I can get this key. And I can get this key. But what did that do for me? It created a super long conveyor here. And I'm just gonna die because I'm terrible at video games. Fantastic. Fan-freaking... kind of visual cue is... Let it be known that at this point in the series, that is the first time where I completed a level without speaking, because I spent the past fucking 10 minutes in this level because this is insane. But hey, look at that. We got the bandage. Now I can actually try to A+ this damn thing. So can we actually get this done, you know, in a timely fashion? Which is not going to be physically freaking possible for me because I don't know where the proper placement on this conveyor belt is. I suppose something like that might work. I suppose I can do something along those lines. Then I can fall down here, and then I can go right here. Is this going to take me up high enough? Yes, it is. Thank you very much. All right, well, that took much longer than it needed to take. So I apologize for going silent on that bandage run, but I spent literally a freaking 10 minutes in this level by itself. But alright guys, so that is where I'm going to go ahead and call today's video. So thank you for watching this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when we continue on through the dark world of the Salt Factory.